Hello and welcome to this free immigration help channel. Today I wanted to make a quick video about selective service system. I had this question regarding selective service come up a few times already in the comments in different videos, so I wanted to make sure I have a separate video kind of briefly describing what selective service is, who needs to be registered, and why it is important to be registered. If you have to register for selective service, why it is important to be registered. First of all, before I start talking about everything, let me say I'm not a lawyer in any way. This is not a legal advice. All of the information that is given in this video is taken directly from the government website. As you can see here, it is sss.gov, which is the government website for selective service system, and you will find this link in the description of the video below. All the information that I will provide, make sure to verify it with this website right here, because things change, things get updated depending on when you're watching this video. Something might have already changed, so make sure you verify whatever I say. You verify that information. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments below. Any requests, you can drop them in the comments below. That's how I plan my next videos. Okay, so let's talk about the selective service system. Basically, if you are a male, between the ages of 18 and 26, you have to register with this selective service system. And that goes not only for US citizens, it also goes for the immigrants. And because this is an immigration specific channel, that's why it was very important for me to mention, because a lot of people, a lot of guys who fall in this age range, right, between 18 and 26, come here and then they don't register because they think that this is not applicable to them. So you have to make sure that you check whether you do need to register or not. Basically, the only people who do not need to register for the selective service system are those people who come here on non-immigrant visas. Alright, so non-immigrant workers, for example, who come here for work, who come here, for example, for the exchange programs like J1 visa, for example, or students who come here with non-immigration purposes, right? They come here not to immigrate, not to move, to live here. They come here for certain specific purposes like tourism, B1, right? J1 exchange program, F1 student visa, right? Those are all non-immigrant visa categories. Those guys, because we're not talking about people in general. So women, this is not applicable to women at all, at least for now. As of today, as of me making this video. But if you're a guy between the ages of 18 and 26, that's the people who this video is referring to. If you are younger than 18, scratch that. Just keep in mind for the future that you might need to register. If you're older than 26, again, this does not really apply to you, although sometimes I've seen people who did not register on time and now they have to provide the proof of registration for the selective service for their immigration purposes, which is very important, which is another reason why I'm making this video, because in a lot of different immigration stages, in the stages of immigration process, you do have to provide the proof that you registered for this selective service. Again, an exception would be if you came here after 26, right? But if you came here and you were here between the ages of 18 26 and you are a man, then you will need to provide this proof of registration for selective service system. One of the examples is for the citizenship. Whenever you're applying for naturalization, you do have to provide the proof of registration. I don't think they ask for the proof of registration whenever you're filing the application, but I'm pretty sure they ask you to bring the card, the registration card, the proof of registration to your interview whenever you're going through the naturalization process. So very important, again, very, very important. Okay, so let's quickly go over the the registration, how to do it. It's very simple, it's very straightforward. In fact, with a lot of things that have to do with immigration, you will be receiving, if you're a man, you will be receiving letters from the Selective Service system saying that you do need to register. And if you are in immigration proceedings, you probably already received a letter. You can do it through the letter, or you can do this, you can follow this process and just apply online, which is very simple. You hover over the registration, you click on register now, and then you can, again, there's a fillable registration form which you most likely already received if you are in the immigration process. And then you can register online, which is much simpler, much faster, which is what I'll show you how to do here. So all you need to do is put in first name, last name, John, I guess I have some fake already, John Doe, good, we already have a fake pre-fill. You put in your address, you put in your social security number if you have it. If you don't, that's fine, you can leave it blank. Date of birth, phone number, email, and then how did you first learn about the registration? Specify, I guess they have a survey, and then you submit the registration, and that's it. Now, I know about 5 years ago you would receive an actual card directly from the Selective Service system which had your registration number, your name, and everything, showing that you have registered. I am not 100% sure if they still send that card, or maybe they just send a letter confirming your registration, or it's some other form. Maybe they don't send anything at all. I don't know how it is now, but like I said, about 5 years ago, they were sending these cards. So whatever you receive from them, if they do send it, right? If they do send any kind of paper, a card saying that you are now registered, make sure to keep it for your record, because like I said, you will need to show that proof of registration further in your immigration process. But if you did receive it and you lost it, you can always obtain it from here, from this website. You go to, again, you hover over registration, and then you go to proof of registration, and then from here you can go to home verification. I'm gonna open it in a new link, and then all you need to do is click on verify now. You enter your last name, your social security number. By then, most likely you will have, because whenever you apply for your social security, you usually get that letter. That's when you usually get that letter. So by then you typically will have social security number, and then you put in your date of birth, and that's when you will get that status page if you are registered or not, and that's what you will need to print and bring with you to your interview, for example, if it is that naturalization interview. And of course, if you do need to update any kind of information, you can do it from here, from the same page as well. All of this is there. Now, for men who are older than 26, right, according to law, a man must register with Selective Service within 30 days of his 18th birthday. Alright? Selective Service accepts late registrations up until a man reaches his 26th birthday. Alright? Failure to register is a felony, and non-registrants may be denied the following benefits for life: federal and some state student loans and grant programs, federal job training under the Workforce Innovation, federal jobs or security clearance as contractor, up to 5-year delay of U.S. citizenship proceedings for immigrants. Now, this is a very important, because again, this channel is, has to do with immigration, as one of the things that I wanted to point out. Because if you came here and let me open so you know exactly who needs to be registered, right? You can check that information here. Again, if you hover over registration, you will see who must register. And non-citizens, this is part that applies, obviously, all male U.S. citizens. It says almost here, but for the most part, all you male U.S. citizens and male immigrants, because it has male immigrants here. That's why it says almost, right? Now, for non-citizens, right? Okay, so we have US born and naturalized citizens. We have parolees. We have undocumented immigrants. We have legal permanent residents, the ones with green card. We have asylum seekers, refugees, and all males with visas of any kind which expired more than 30 days ago. So even if you're here illegally, you still have to register for that selective service. Or whatever your situation is, if you are here as an immigrant, you do need to register for this selective service. And further, which is the final stage of your immigration proceedings, right? Getting your citizenship here in the United States of America, the most important stage, the most complete, the most final step, right, in your immigration proceedings. This is where it is so important, because as you can see, it can definitely negatively affect you getting your U.S. citizenship. So make sure if you are under the age of 26 and you are in immigration proceedings, or even if you are a U.S. citizen and you have not registered, make sure you do, because selective service is very important. Like I said, if you do have any questions, you can drop them in the comments below. I will be happy to answer to the best of my abilities, to the best of my knowledge, if I can. If you have any video requests, again, you can drop them in the comments below. Like I said, this is not a legal advice in any way. If you know, I will put this links here in the description below the video, so make sure to go and verify all the information, because what I'm talking about right now, you know, in a few months they might update and make some changes and something might be different. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.